My first introductions were through a contractor Mike had done some work for, Doug Rich Development. And I met with them in Doug Rich's office, and they just explained how they did things and told me about a project that they wanted to get some feedback on, level of interest. I was very interested right out of the gates. I've done commercial work for a number of years now, a lot of hotels and apartment buildings and things. And the background that applies to what I'm doing with Mike is through the plumbing and the framing company that I have. Just kind of gravitated towards it. My first impression was he knew so much that, and I'm starting here and he's here, but as I've continued to try to listen to as many Zoom meetings as I could, I've attended a couple of different things, little field trip kind of things, and the January event that he did, that was like a fire hose, tons and tons of information. This is my first cabin retreat, and I like the environment here. It's very, very, very nice for picking up on things, filling in some of the gaps, knowledge that I have, and also really just getting the confidence level up. When you hang around people that are confident, that are doing things, it gives you the energy that you might need to do it yourself. There's lots of words. I would say the one that I'm thinking of right now is energy. He gets you thinking about where you need to put your energy, where you need to focus. And as he's talking in these seminars, if you're paying attention and you're applying what he's saying to yourself, as he's talking, you recognize the parts of your efforts that need to be energized, where you need to put the energy, where you need to focus. And so that's one thing, but if I were to think longer, I would think of others. There's a lot of pieces. A vision, like he gives you a vision for what you can do if you really focus and put the energy that you need. Like, if you have a vision, you can go places, especially if you're not afraid to go there, if you're not afraid to open the door. And I'll add too, I love that Mike is really knowledgeable, not just about the finances and everything with construction, but he understands way more aspects of life. So he's not just filling one box, he's filling other boxes as well, if that makes sense. Probably 15 years ago, I was talking to a cabinet guy, and he told me that he had been working part of his contract into getting some equity or ownership into different projects that he was working on. He did a lot of big projects, and he told me that he would recommend I do that because here he was in his mid-50s, and he was getting ready to retire, and he had this residual income lined up, not just for him, but these assets live on beyond him. When he passes away, his wife will continue to make money. His kids will continue to make money. The money continues to flow as long as the assets are alive. And to do the Hunter's Landing North project and to see that thing get built up, my piece might be a small piece, but it's a piece. And I hope to add literally dozens of pieces to this piece and create something to add to the things I've already done as well. This isn't the only thing I'm doing, but I hope it turns into one of the great things I'm doing. I love Summa Terra's willingness to let subs play along, to get involved. And that's huge. That's an easy one to answer, because Summa Terra, it's an option for everybody that's involved with the project. So, it's like circling back to that time when the cabinet guy told me, hey, you should try to do this. And now I'm doing it. So